What does it mean to be emasculated? In older times, it was defined as the removal of male reproductive organs, but in the present day, it's a term used to describe a man who has been deprived of his role or identity, made weaker or less effective. In layman's terms, being emasculated is essentially sitting in the cuck chair. Now, what if I told you that a beloved fictional character, once revered for his ruthlessness and power, spent the better part of 10 years sitting in it? Who is it, you ask?
I am Megatron.
Stay with me.
I ate the whole plate. The whole plate.
So the original Transformers movie is probably Megatron, I don't want to say at its core, but this is the most Megatron ever is in the series. He wants the Allspark to, save his planet, but also to control the universe, you know what I'm saying? This is, pretty consistent with how Megatron has been across several different canons, right? But this movie actually does a really good job of justifying his evilness, because think about this. Your planet is on the verge of collapse, and you find another planet that has this life-sustaining resource that you niggas need. So you go and get it, and niggas find you after you crash there, and they stuff your ass in a basement for a century, freezer burn you, and they conduct some experiments on you. If you manage to break out of that, are you not airing out the whole facility? Exactly. Now that he's out, we see a shift in his goal. At first, he just wanted the Allspark, but they had him freezer burn, so now everybody gotta get some. And again, this is the only movie out of the 5 where he looks and fights just like Megatron. You'll see what I mean in a moment, but look at this right here. The whole fight in LA, he is rolling through these niggas. He took Jazz and ripped him open like he was a mozzarella stick from Chili's. Cheese pulled his ass. Running through the opposition like Marshawn Lynch, had Optimus on fucking 1 HP just to get dropped by guess who? A human. And just like I said in the Optimus video, the fact that these are large mechanical robots and not humans kind of stops the audience from putting shit into perspective. This is the equivalent of a fucking cricket shooting you directly in the chest. Tossed his ass into the sea like an aspiring rapper's mixtape into the trash. And yes, we all know that he does come back, but the Megatron that comes out of the water is completely different from the Megatron that went in.
I am directly below the enemy scrotum.
In the second movie, Megatron is fueled by, revenge. It's in the title. So again, remember, the definition of emasculation in a modern context is, being robbed of your role as a man or as a power figure, right? In this movie, this happens to him twice on 2 fronts. He is robbed of his revenge. He kills Optimus and Sam, and then it immediately gets negged at the tail end of the movie, right? And not only that, he is also robbed of his role as the supreme leader of the Decepticons, because his OG came back to the game and took over because he couldn't handle his business. Now, where does that leave Megatron, though? Assuming the Starscream role, a role synonymous with being a bitch-ass nigga. This is an all-powerful being. Now, mind you, in the lore of the series, he's like the LeBron of fucking combat, responsible for the deaths of thousands of Cybertronians. By all means, a fucking god. So him getting kicked to the side like this for a malnourished Bionicle, he's coming off looking like a bitch, which is then reinforced in the final fight where his biggest op, Gore, kills his role model right in front of him, but not before he deals with his ass in literally 15 seconds. Squash match type shit. Did him like a fucking jobber, bruh. Heath Slater versus Super Cena type shit, bro. He turned this nigga into a paraplegic, and all he trying to do is get back at the niggas who fucked him up the first time. For me, Dark of the Moon is the point of which both Optimus and Megatron's characters reach the point of no return in their respective mental states. You know, Big Prime obviously becomes a murderous psychopath, and Megatron, on the other hand, has reached a state of peace. Clarity, if you will. You know, sometimes getting your ass whooped can force you to look inward and question why the fuck are you even doing what you're doing. Much like watching a certain type of videos and being dissatisfied with the video itself, but also at the fact that you chose to partake in it. Very similar to post-nut clarity, if you will. Post-fight clarity, let's call it that. Anyways, it's glaringly obvious in this movie that the game is not in this nigga no more. Just about every scene he features in this movie, he's either sitting down somewhere or living his best life in Namibia. He's already accepted his place. He's in the cuck chair, like literally, he's in the chair. And all the while he's doing all this freeloading, just watching shit go down, Sentinel is in them trenches, conducting layers upon layers of betrayal. It is very clear in this movie that the events from Revenge of the Fallen have traumatized him. Not in a physical sense, but this was the first time he ever had to sit in that chair. But the thing about the cuck chair is it's not like an actual chair. It's a mindset, one of which he does not know how to get out of. However, there is one mindset stronger than that of the cuck, and that is Snow Bunny mind control. Here he sits, admiring the fact that he just got hard carried to his goal. He's accomplished what he wanted, but at the cost of his manhood. Actually, I almost forgot. This nigga Sentinel slapped the shit out of him for even suggesting that they was partners in crime. He might actually be a bitch. Hold on. Anyways, like I said, job finished. All we gotta do is wait for the clock to drain out. Yeah, I'm little bro now, but that don't matter. I have accomplished what I set out to do. Then here comes the white woman talking about, you know, I heard you got slapped. I didn't know he was your daddy. Are you his bitch now? Should she have walked directly up to him and say this? Absolutely not. But did she clock the fuck out of his tea? Absolutely. He popped Sentinel. He knows the mission is cooked, so he offers to put the guns down and call a truce, ready to go back home and just chill on his wasteland of a planet because he's been robbed of every opportunity to save that shit. And Optimus responds to this respectful gesture by beheading him and leaving his head on a display. And as Megatron's operating system is shutting down, he gotta hear this fake peaceful nigga clip farm. Niggas die every day. Do you feel cold and long?
Oh my God! How do you say get the fuck out of the way in Chinese?
You know, I don't dislike Age of Extinction, but I'd say the one thing that I really didn't fuck with was how they handled Megatron or Galvatron. I mean, the concept itself was cool, but it was just poorly executed, I guess. He was kind of just there watching the whole thing go down, which I guess is technically the definition of being in the cook chair. But he, like, doesn't really have any presence or anything. Like, I'm just completely unmoved by his appearances. Not to mention, he's technically immortal in this movie, so why the fuck is he not doing shit in the final fight at all? Optimus doesn't even look his way when he comes back with the dinosaurs. The presence of Megatron bit they did like midway through was kind of lazy, but I guess it made sense because, you know, movie Megatron is prone to hiding behind better players. This nigga was watching his Legion get erased and was bush camping talking about,
We shall meet again, Prime.
Now the fifth movie I think was the only one I like genuinely disliked. And, you know, again, it's like, what the hell, bro? I don't know, man. He's fodder at this point, to be honest. He's a shell of himself. I mean, look at the bums he's trying to recruit for his team. These niggas don't have the aura of Soundwave, Brawn, Bone Crusher. But actually, this is the first movie since 1 where they have an actual final 1v1. But at this point, he's past his prime. He has not wanted to be there since 2011, and yet they keep dragging him out there. He knows damn well he cannot fuck with this nigga no more, so he begs him, bro, please, we was brothers! Size 95 to the dome. He did get to kill one human, but I mean, when you get punted off the map like right after this, does it even really count? Anyway, I'm glad we finally got him in an actually good role in Transformers 1. Personally, I hope they don't reboot the live action Transformers for a multitude of reasons, but knowing how the entertainment industry is these days, I wouldn't put it past them. Anyways, the next video is the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War play-by-play, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Catch y'all later. Peace.